Hi, Bernie. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks. How you doing?
Good, thank you. Thank you for coming on and talking to me on my channel. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure. You
Thanks.
bet.
Thanks. I wanted to ask you, how many games did you play in the NHL and how many seasons did you play?
I played. I'm thinking 1,130 some. I think it was a better part of 18 seasons.
Wow, that's a great career. Awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What age did you know that you'd be playing in the NHL for the Kings?
It was probably when I was 18. I've always told people that all through minor hockey, I was always one of the better players, right? So, and then you keep moving up, and once you get to junior hockey, and I played for the Kingston Canadians in the Ontario Major Junior. When you get there, there's no other step up other than the NHL. So if you're one of the best players in junior, then chances are good you're going to be playing the NHL. So it was probably when I was 17, 18 years old, I knew then.
How did you get good to make it? What did it take for you to make it to the NHL?
Well, I think in any sport, it's, God-given ability, I guess. I think with a lot of people, it's determination, the dedication it takes to be good at something. In Canada, I think most people were born with skates on, and all we've ever done was play hockey, right? So,
yes.
And I was just fortunate enough to be real good at it.
Yeah, that's awesome. It was great watching you over the years. I grew up watching you play. It was awesome. You had a 70-goal season with the Kings, which is the record, I believe, for the LA Kings. What was special about that year?
Well, everything. I think first and foremost, that's the year that we traded for Wayne Gretzky. I think having the opportunity to play with Wayne was obviously very special. And then, that year I played with Luc Robitaille and Dave Taylor on the same line. Two great hockey players.
Yes.
Killing penalties with Wayne, playing on the power play with Wayne. It just gave me a lot of opportunities to be successful, and I took full advantage of it.
Yeah, was it easy to play on Wayne's line, for example? Like, did you feel like you gelled right away playing on the same line?
Yeah, Wayne and I are both centermen, so we didn't play in the same line. We killed penalties together. We played in the power play together. But I think anytime you're playing with a great player like Wayne, it's not hard for me to play with them. You just get open and you're going to get the puck.
Yeah. He knew how to find players. A great vision for the game.
That's right. He sure did.
Yeah. So I want to ask you about the trade. How early did you know that was going to happen when he came to the Kings?
I didn't know. I found out on the golf course. Jeremy Roenick told me he heard that we just traded for Wayne, and I was real good friends with the owner, and I reached out to Bruce McNall, and he said, yeah, we just got Wayne Gretzky. So that was pretty exciting, obviously.
I couldn't believe it. I said, Wayne Gretzky coming here. There's no way.
Yeah.
And it happened. Like, we never would think that was yeah. And you're
pretty special.
Yeah, very for sure. You're top 50 in scoring in the NHL history, which is amazing. Did you know that?
I did, yes. I think what's better is my points per game. I didn't be in the top 20 with that, averaging over a point a game. So that's something that, obviously you're very proud of.
Yes.
To be in the top 20, top 50 in the history of the game is pretty cool.
Yeah, you should be in the Hall of Fame. That's what I think.
I can't disagree with you there.
Yeah. Did they ever reach out to you yet or consider you? Has anyone talked to you about it?
I think I'm up every year, but I haven't got there yet.
Oh, just because you hold the record. That 70-goal record. I don't know if it's going to be broken with the Kings. That's going to be tough for someone to come in and that's. I could see that standing for a long time.
Yes, I hope it does, but I hope it
Yes,
does.
me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
yeah.
uh,
Uh,
if you had to go back to your career, what would you do differently?
Probably work harder at your trade. Like when we played back in the day, you went to training camp to get in shape. There was no weight room, no off ice training. Nowadays it's pretty much 12 months a year, right? Like
Yeah.
guys don't have much time off, and they really work harder at it. But that's all we knew, right? We didn't know any different. But I think just work harder at your craft to make it even that much better, I guess.
Yes. Yeah, it's a different game today. It's I guess just you got personal trainers. Everything's going. It's different. It
That's
wasn't
right.
like that
Oh, yeah.
before.
They have their own chefs. They have, they charter everywhere they go. They have everything at their fingertips, right, to make them bigger and better.
Yeah.
So we didn't have that. I didn't start working out till I was probably 12, 13 years in the league, 14 years in the league before I ever started working out during the season. When I got to Chicago, I was working out with Chris Chelios off ice, and I loved it. But it was it was late when I figured that part out.
He's a big workout fanatic. I heard the stuff that he does is crazy.
Yes, and we used to do that together, and I loved it. But I just didn't get it my first 3/4 of my career.
Did you feel better on the ice overall from doing that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You feel stronger. Better shape.
Yes.
So, yeah, you definitely do.
Yeah. In today's hockey, I want to ask you, which player reminds you of yourself?
I always thought Jonathan Toews did. I know Jonathan's been out a little bit now. I think the game is so different now, right? Like,
Yeah.
I love the physical play. I love hitting guys.
Yeah.
I block shots. There's not many skilled players that block shots or even are physical, right? Like you get a couple teams in the league like Tampa Bay that they play physical every night, but for the most part, most of your skilled players don't do that. So
no,
that's one thing.
You weren't afraid to drop the gloves either.
I did it a few times. I don't know if I was very good at it, but I wasn't afraid to do it, I guess.
No. Yeah, it was against the Oilers. I remember it was a big rivalry with you guys and the Oilers in the 80s, but you dropped the gloves a few times. I saw you do it against the Oilers.
That's right.
Yeah. I want to ask you, who's your toughest opponent you played against over the years? Like toughest? Mark Messier?
Yeah, by far.
On the face-offs or everything?
Everything. Mark was really good in face-offs because he was strong. Mark played physical. I worked really hard, and we played him all the time, right? Edmonton, LA rivalry. When I went to New York, when I went to New Jersey, Mark was in New York, so we had a big rivalry there too. So I played against Mark probably more than anybody, and he was by far the fiercest competitor I played against.
Strong skater.
Everything, yeah. He was good at everything. That boy was strong, and he had a mean streak to him early in his career too, and he wasn't afraid to use it.
Yeah, and I've seen him elbow some people over the years.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
That's right. Yeah.
The one that stands out against Mike Modano crossing the blue line made it look like nothing happened, but man,
I know. That was terrible.
Yeah. So, want to ask you, what were some of your superstitions? Were you superstitious, and any stories that you'd like to share?
I wasn't really. A little bit. Like I always dress from the left to the right. I always had to put my left skate on first, and had to tie it up first. So other than that, I didn't like anybody touching my stick. But I didn't wear the same thing back to back if I won or played well. I used a new stick every game, so I didn't, even if I scored 3 goals, I wouldn't use that stick again the next night. So other than that, just dressing left to right. That was probably it.
What kind of hockey sticks did you use over the years?
I used a lot. I started when I first turned pro. It was Victoriaville. I used Titan a little bit, but my favorite stick was Sherwood.
The 50-30 or the 7,000?
50-30.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Those were around for a long time.
Yeah.
And what about
quite
skates?
As good as the onesie sticks now that the kids use, but they're a little different.
What do you think of the new sticks? Have you tried any of them?
They're awesome. Oh, yeah. I used them today. Really nice sticks. They're light. You have the same curve every time. You get a better flex to them. They're really good.
Back in the day, guys didn't talk too much about flex like they do today. Was there any players that you were talking about flex that you knew of?
No, like the problem with our sticks were there were wooden sticks, and if you get a dozen sticks, you may have 3 of them that's any good, right? I had to use a stiff stick because I took face-offs, right? So yes. I wanted it stiff. Like if you'd ever see one of Wayne's sticks, his Titan sticks from the early 80s, like they were heavier than a log. Like how he ever used it was unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
Kids nowadays couldn't even think about using those sticks.
Different. Definitely, those Titans are heavy. They had the ABS plastic on the bottom. Yeah. What about skates? What kind of skates did you use over the years? Were you a Bauer guy, a CCM? Bauer?
Bauer, my whole career. Yeah.
And some people fit better with CCM. I saw a picture of you with the blue blades.
Yeah, that'd be when I was at Edmonton. I'd have blue blades.
Those are awesome. Just don't see those anymore. Yeah. No. I want to ask you, if you were commissioner of the NHL, what rules would you add or change?
I hate the goalie, the trapezoid. That thing's stupid. I wish they could be a little more physical. Like, it's so much easier today that you can't put your hands on the guy's or your stick on the guy's hands. It's a penalty. There's too many real easy penalties that are being called, I think. They've taken the physicality away from it. If I make a body check and someone jumps me because I hit someone hard or something, I'd throw that guy right out. I'd give him 10 minutes and make him play shorthanded for 10 minutes.
Wow.
And not even give the other guy a penalty.
Yeah, I don't like this one either. I like that.
And someone jumps you for that. And then they may get 2 minutes, but if they go and confront you and you drop your gloves, then they just fight. And I don't like that. I think if I hit someone and someone starts to fight with me, they should go 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and play shorthanded for 7 minutes and get kicked out. And the other team, it doesn't matter if I fight you or not, I don't get a penalty.
I like that.
I would do that. Yeah. There's some easy things that they can clean up if they wanted to. That would be one I would do. Other than that, like, it's pretty good other than a couple little things, I guess.
Yeah. You know, what I noticed today is a lot of long passes, stretch passes. I don't see any of these close passes anymore like we used to see before, and because of the red line.
Well, I think that's just the speed, though. You know, when you got some speed coming, that just opens the game up and makes it a little quicker, and I have no problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love the 3-on-3 in overtime.
Yeah.
I think that's exciting.
And as far as like if you guys had the red line out like they do today, how many more goals you think like Wayne would have had in that 92 goal season, and how many more you think you could have had with those rules of today?
Well, I don't know about. I'm sure some, because obviously you can stretch the play a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's the power plays. They have more 5-on-3s now. A team will have more 5-on-3s in one season than we've had in my whole career.
Really?
It's unbelievable how many 5-on-3s they are for just ticky-tacky little things. So I think the more penalties would create skilled players with definitely more scoring opportunities.
Mm-hmm. And I want to ask you about coaching. Did you have any favorite coaches over the years?
Yeah, Pat Quinn was one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Doc Lemaire, Daryl Sutter. I like Roger Nilsson. You know, I got along pretty much with all my coaches. There were some I didn't maybe like, but for the most part, I got along with most of them.
Yeah, those are some great coaches for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bernie, I want to thank you so much for coming on and talking to me on my channel. It's an honor to have
My
you.
pleasure.
You got it. You too. Thank you, buddy. Have a great one.
Okay.
You too.
Thank you.
You're welcome.